All right, greetings everyone. Hope you are doing well. We are going to continue here with book number 2. Book number 2, chapter number 11, side by side. Book number 2, chapter number 11, side by side. I hope you were able to complete the exercises for chapter number 10 and that you put them all together. This chapter is going to be discussing the past tense review, count and non-count review. We already did this before, and we're going to focus our attention on the use of must, mustn't, don't have, must, and should. And what's the difference between must not, don't have to, must, and should? We're also going to be discussing and learning about medical examinations, medical advice, health, and nutrition. So please repeat the vocabulary after me. Doctor, nurse,
Nurse,
lab technician, X-ray technician, scale, weight, height, stethoscope. You want to try that one, Juliana?
yes, teacher.
I'm going to say it again. Listen, because let me mark this. This one is, it's not that it's hard, but it gets a little tricky. So let me circle here the two sounds. Remember, the S.
Stethoscope.
Yes, so you say ste, and then you have to pronounce the TH.
Stethoscope.
Stethoscope.
Stethoscope. Stethoscope.
Okay, that's very close. Who else is here? Is your sister here?
Yes.
All right, Daniela, how are you? You want to try it?
Yes, teacher.
Go ahead. Stethoscope.
It's stethoscope.
Yes, but don't add it. Remember, no E. There's no E there. So stethoscope.
Stethoscope.
Good. All right, number 9. Chest X-ray.
Chest X-ray.
Cardiogram.
Choreogram.
Blood pressure.
Blood pressure.
Blood test.
Blood test.
Very good. Let's continue on. All right, the checkup. I want to get a medical checkup. Can you recommend a good doctor? Yes. You should go to my doctor. She'll give you a very complete examination. All right, we're going to read this all together. Okay? So we're going to read it sideways. So we're going to go like this. And then we continue. Okay? So let's read it together. Not too fast, just fast enough. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. You stand on a scale, and the nurse will measure your height
and
your weight. The nurse will take your blood pressure. The lab technician will do some blood tests. Good. The X-ray technician will take a chest X-ray. Then the nurse will lead you into an examination room. The doctor will come in, shake your hand, and say hello. Good. Let's continue with the bottom part. Okay. She'll ask you some questions about your health.
Your health.
Then she'll examine your eyes, ears,
nose,
nose,
and throat.
and throat. Throat.
Throat.
Throat.
Throat.
Okay. Next, she'll listen to your heart with a stethoscope. After that, she'll take your pulse. Then she'll do a cardiogram. Finally, the doctor will talk with you about your health. Excellent. All right, your checkup. So how was your medical checkup? So this is what you have to do, and we're not going to do this. But you look here on the top, and you can see I stood on a, where is that? Again. There it is. I stood on a scale. And then you could talk about your height and you could talk about your weight. So that means when you come here, because I stood on a scale, and then you can talk about your height and you can talk about your weight. And then number 2, you will put it in the past tense, right? So this one would say, the nurse took my blood pressure. And this one would say,
the lab technician did the blood test.
did
Some blood tests.
test. All right. All right.
The X-ray technician took a chest X-ray.
Good. The X-ray technician took chest X-ray. How about number 5? What's that one?
The nurse led you into an examination room. Led
me into an examination room.
The doctor came in, shake your hand and say hello.
Doctor came and
And shook me. Shook me?
Shook. No, hold on. Back up. Shook my hand and said
Hello.
All right. Number 7.
Number 7.
He
Asked
me some questions about my health. Number 9.
Espérame, teacher. Number 9.
Oh, number 8, sorry. 8. Then
she'll examine it.
Then he examined
our eyes. My eyes, ears, nose, and throat. stove.
Good. Number 9.
Should listening to my heart with a
So here, right? So you have to say next.
Next, should
he listened.
No, he listened.
Listened.
He listened. My heart with a stethoscope.
There you go.
After he took my pulse.
After that, he took my pulse.
Then he did a cardiogram. Finally, the doctor talked with me about my health.
About my health.
Health.
Good job, Juliana.
Ah, ya ve, y no la tenía yo hecha.
Oh, you did it? I thought you had it done.
No, no la tenía hecha.
Good job.
Sí, me acuerdo.
Well, let's practice. Everybody repeat after me. I must work.
I must work.
He must work.
He must work.
She must work.
She must work.
It must work.
It must work.
We must work.
We must work.
You must work.
You must work.
They must work.
They must work.
Bread. Fish.
Fish.
Fruit.
Fruit.
Rice.
Rice.
Cookies.
Cookies.
Potatoes.
Potatoes.
Eggs.
Eggs.
Vegetables.
Vegetables.
All right, so let's review this. Let me get my pen here. So here we go. Look at this. More.
More.
More. So you could use more to discuss any noun that you want to have a greater or bigger quantity. Now, if we look at this, we could say this is plus. This is like subtracting. So, bread. How many breads do you have? You don't really have many breads. You just have one unit. So you have bread, and inside the bag of bread, you have, let's say, 25 slices. So if I use that example, we have bread, and then here we would have slices. So if I was to say, could I please have some more slices of bread? Because it's the same. Now, if I'm going to use where the minus sign is, I would say, could I please have fewer slices? Fewer, which is the same as less. The only difference is that this one's on the right side. They can be counted. Potatoes, eggs, vegetables, slices. How many slices of pizza do you have? I can tell you. Now, if you say, how much rice do you have? I can tell you I have one bag, but I am not describing what's inside. Okay, I'm not talking about the grains of rice, because the grains of rice would then proceed to use the right side of fewer if need be. Do we understand? Good?
Yes, good.
All right. Let's clear this up. All right, so Henry had his yearly checkup today. The doctor told him he's a little too heavy and put him on this diet. You must eat less bread, fewer cookies, less candy, fewer potato chips. Okay, and you must also you must eat more fish, more vegetables, more fruit. That's what the doctor says. So let's see what the doctor told the people in this example. Juliana, you want to try it? And maybe Daniela, you could try number 2.
Okay. Shirley also had her annual checkup today. The doctor told her she's a little too heavy and put her on this diet.
Diet.
Diet muerto. Diet. Okay. She must eat more lean meat.
Okay, she must eat more lean
meat, she must eat less fatty meat, fewer potatoes, less rice, and less rich desserts. Also, she must eat more lean meat, more grapefruit, more green vegetables.
Good. Oh, you got them all faster than I could type. Good job. You got them all correct, Juliana. Good job.
Okay.
All right. Let's see if Daniela can get them all correct too. Go ahead, Daniela, number 2. You okay, Daniela? Can you do it? All right, we'll do it together. So Arthur was worried about his heart. He went to his doctor for an examination. And the doctor told him to eat fewer fatty foods. He must eat less butter, less eggs, less cheese, and less Ice cream. Also, he must eat more margarine more yogurt doing good, good to see you. More yogurt and more and drink
And drink.
more skim milk. Good. All right. Let's continue on. So I can't stress this enough. This is a very important chapter because you have to be able to listen to your doctor and also to tell your doctor a lot of these things here that we were talking about. When your doctor is checking you, when your doctor tells you they're going to do some sort of exam, you know what to tell your doctor. All these things here are very, very important. Even during a physical, you're gonna need to know some of those things. So please complete number 3 and number 4. All right, for those of you who are just online, take a picture, 3 and 4, and then you can complete it. Let's go to the listening exercise. Get ready, here we go. Gonna read to you. All right, here we go. Listen. Listen and choose the correct word to complete the sentence. I had my yearly checkup today. What did the doctor say? She said I must eat fewer, which is it? A or B? Fewer cake or fewer cookies?
Cookies.
Very good. Remember, fewer, you can actually count them, right? You can, if you have a cake, there's nothing to count. You only have one cake, right? Number 2, I had my annual checkup today. What did the doctor say? He said I must eat less. Less what?
Let's fatty meat.
For number 2.
Sí, for number 2, less bread.
Excellent. Number 3. How was your medical checkup? Okay. The doctor said I must drink less.
Soda.
Good.
Less soda.
Good. Number 4. Did the doctor put you on a diet? Yes. She said I must eat fewer.
Fewer rice. Or fewer desserts. Desserts.
Very good. Desserts, right?
Desserts.
Not anything. Fewer desserts, fewer cookies, fewer vegetables. All right. Number 5. I went to my doctor for an examination today. Oh, what did the doctor say? He said I must eat less.
Eat less fatty meat.
Okay. eat less fatty meat. And number 6, my doctor put me on a diet today. Really? Yes, I must eat fewer
potatoes chips.
Excellent. All right. Then here you have to do this in English, not in Spanish. You have to write a list here. Write a list of what foods are good for you and what foods are bad for you. You're going to make 2 lists. Good for me, bad for me. For example, let's write a few. Juliana, can you tell me what are some foods that are good for you, for everyone?
Okay, vegetables, fruit, fish,
That's good. Those are good examples. What are some things that are bad for us?
cookies, cake, potato chips,
Cake.
soda, cake, potatoes, chips.
Excellent. All right, let's continue on.
Carrots.
All right, we're gonna read a story. The story is titled Carol's Apple Cake.
Carrots.
Carol's apple cake. Here we go. Carol baked an apple cake yesterday, but she couldn't follow all the instructions in her cookbook because she didn't have enough of the ingredients. She used less flour and fewer eggs than the recipe required. She also used less butter, fewer apples, fewer raisins, and less sugar than she was supposed to. As a result, Carol's apple cake didn't taste very good. As a matter of fact, it tasted terrible. Oh no. Poor Carol. Let's see what happened with Paul. Paul's beef stew. Paul cooked beef stew yesterday, but he couldn't follow all the instructions in his cookbook because he didn't have enough of the ingredients. He used less meat and fewer tomatoes than the recipe required. He also used fewer potatoes, less salt, less pepper, and fewer onions than he was supposed to. As a result, Paul's beef stew didn't taste very good. As a matter of fact, it tasted awful. So, here are some questions. Steve and Judy built their own house last year, but they couldn't follow the blueprints exactly. They didn't have enough money to buy all the construction materials they needed. They used
less wood.
Okay. They use
And
less wood.
less nine.
Okay, so if we use, what do we say when it has the S? Fewer nails than the blueprints. They also used less cement
They also use
How about pipe?
less cement. Okay.
Then?
Fewer
Fewer pipe?
pipes. Less electrical reading.
Wiring. Wiring.
Wiring. Y,
And
less
fewer
electrical.
and fewer bricks than they were supposed to. As a result, their house didn't last very long. As a matter of fact, it fell down last week. That's not good.
Last week. Okay. They also use.
All right.
Yes.
They must lose some weight. So let's look over here at the use. Must not. Mustn't.
Must not.
Don't.
Doesn't. Have to. Don't have.
Doesn't. And then have to. All right. So let's read the examples so we hear what they sound like. I had my early checkup today. What did the doctor say? He said I'm a little too heavy and I must lose some weight. Do you have to stop eating ice cream? No, I don't have to stop eating ice cream. But I mustn't eat as much ice cream as I did before. There are some of the words selected here. So let's do the other example. Grandpa had his yearly checkup today. What did the doctor say? She said he's a little too heavy and he must lose some weight. Does he have to stop eating cookies? No, he doesn't have to stop eating cookies, but he mustn't eat as many cookies as he did before. All right. So let's look at the examples here of when practicing using the word must. All right, here are the examples. Take a picture, click, click, so you can complete them. We're only gonna do 2. All right. So let's see, Juliana, you wanna try number 1?
Okay. I had my yearly checkup today. What did the doctor say? He said I am a little too heavy and I must lose some weight. Do you have to stop eating candy? Do you have to stop eating candy? No, I don't have to stop eating candy, but I must not eat as much candy as I did before.
Excellent. Let's use that one as an example. And you guys can complete the rest on your own. So take pictures 2, 3, and 4. Let's go down. Really, doctor? All right, so let's see the use. The individual use of the word should and the individual use of the word must. Right, so if I say to you, Juliana, you should study every day. That is like a suggestion. Okay, I'm recommending. Now, if you say to me, I am going to take my citizenship test next in 4
Yeah.
months, then I'm not gonna say, Juliana, you should study. I'm gonna say, Juliana, you must study every day. You have to study every day. That's pretty much what I'm saying to you. It is almost like a responsibility because you have this test coming up. So let's hear what it sounds like. I'm really worried about your heart. Really, doctor? Should I stop eating rich desserts? Mr. Jones, you must stop eating rich desserts. If you don't, you're going to have serious problems with your heart someday. So if this person asked a friend, hey, should I stop eating rich cakes? They might say, yeah, you should. But that does not show a sense of urgency. This is something that has to happen. Okay? So let's look at the template here. Maybe we could do a few. And get ready to take a picture so you can continue on. All right. So number one, I'm really worried about your knees. Really, doctor? Should I stop jogging? Mr. Jones, you must stop jogging. If you don't, you're going to have serious problems with your knees someday. You want to try number two, Juliana?
Okay. I'm really worried about my back. Really, doctor? Should I start doing exercise? Miss, you must start doing exercise. If you don't, you are going to have serious problems with your back someday.
Excellent. Julia, let me hear you repeat the word must.
Must.
Good. All right, so everyone, take a picture of this and you can complete it. 1 through 6. Good job. All right, next page. How to say it. How to say it. Asking for advice. Repeat after me. I have a cold.
I have a cold.
What should I do? Do you have any advice? Do you have any suggestions?
I think
You should
drink
some hot
tea.
All right. So you're going to practice a conversation on this page using these expressions for asking for advice. So this is something you could try as a student. If you feel somewhat sick, go to the pharmacy and see the pharmacist. And you can use some of these phrases to help you speak to the pharmacist. And you can ask for some advice. Sorry, so let's do the first one. So home remedies, these are some interactions. Different people have different remedies for medical problems that aren't very serious. For example, people do different things when they burn a finger. Some people rub butter on their finger. Other people put a piece of ice on their finger. Other people might put their finger under cold water. And then you will look back and say something like, I have I have a burn on my finger. Oh, I think you should rub some butter on your finger. I think that you continue on with every example. Okay. So if you, the next one, if you say, I burn a finger, again, you could say, I think you should put a piece of ice on your finger. And the last one, I burn my finger. I think you should put your finger under cold water. Let's look at some of the examples here. Repeat after me. I have a cold.
I have a cold.
I have a toothache.
I have a toothache.
Toothache.
Toothache. Toothache.
I have a stomach ache.
I have a stomach ache.
Good. I have a bloody nose.
I have a bloody nose.
I have the hiccups.
I have the hiccups.
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 Good. And the last page, here we go. Listen, then say, so please repeat it after me. I must eat more fruit. He must eat fewer cookies. You mustn't eat cake. They mustn't eat ice cream. We must eat less cheese.
We must eat less cheese.
She must eat more vegetables.
She must eat more vegetable.
I mustn't eat butter.
I mustn't eat butter.
They mustn't eat potato chips.
They mustn't eat potato chips.
Good. So please complete this journal here. And let's just practice the vocabularies. Take a picture of that. And then we'll be finished for today with this chapter. Here we go. Repeat after me. I must work.
I must work.
He must work.
He must work.
She must work.
She must work.
Make sure you don't forget the T. It must work.
It must work.
We must work.
We must work.
You must work.
You must work.
They must work.
They must work.
I mustn't eat candy.
I mustn't eat candy.
He mustn't eat candy.
He mustn't eat candy.
She mustn't eat candy.
She mustn't eat candy.
It mustn't eat candy.
It mustn't eat candy.
We mustn't eat candy.
We mustn't eat candy.
We mustn't eat candy.
We mustn't eat candy.
You mustn't eat candy.
You mustn't eat candy.
They mustn't eat candy.
They mustn't eat candy.
I don't have to stop eating cookies,
I don't have to start eating cookies,
but I mustn't eat as many cookies as I did before.
but I mustn't eat as many cookies as I did before.
Should I stop eating rich desserts?
Should I stop eating rich desserts?
You must stop eating rich desserts.
You must stop eating rich desserts.
He must eat
He must eat
more,
more,
less,
less
bread,
bread,
fish,
fish,
meat,
meat.
He must eat
He must eat
more,
more,
fewer
fewer
cookies,
cookies,
potatoes,
potatoes,
eggs.
eggs,
All right, here we go. The last vocabulary. Blood pressure,
blood pressure,
blood test,
blood test,
cardiogram,
cardiogram,
checkup,
checkup,
chest x-ray,
chest x-ray,
doctor,
doctor,
ears,
ears,
eyes,
eyes,
examination,
examination,
health,
health,
health.
health,
Good. Heart,
heart,
height,
height,
lab technician,
lab technician,
measure,
measure,
neck,
neck,
nose,
nose,
nurse,
nurse,
scale,
scale,
stethoscope,
stethoscope,
throat,
throat,
weight,
weight,
x-ray technician,
x-ray technicians,
apples,
apples,
bread,
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 butter,
butter,
cake,
cake,
candy,
candy,
cheese,
cheese,
cookies,
cookies,
dessert,
dessert,
with the S, desserts,
dessert,
dog biscuits,
dog biscuits,
eggs,
eggs,
fish,
fish,
flour,
flour,
French fries,
French fries,
fruit,
fruit,
grapefruit,
grapefruit,
green,
green,
vegetables,
vegetables,
ice cream.
ice cream,
Oh, I'm sorry, that was supposed to be green vegetables.
green vegetables,
Good.
ice
Margarine,
cream, margarine,
meat,
meat,
nuts,
nuts,
onions,
onions,
pepper, potato
pepper,
chips,
potato chips,
potatoes,
potatoes,
raisins,
raisins,
rice,
rice,
salt,
salt,
skim milk,
skim milk,
sugar,
sugar,
tomatoes,
tomatoes,
vegetables,
vegetables,
water,
water,
yogurt,
yogurt,
fatty meat,
fatty meat,
lean meat.
lean meat.
Excellent. That is all. So we are officially finished with chapter 11, book number 2, side by side. Chapter 11, book number 2, side by side. Please make sure you complete all the exercises, and also make sure you complete the workbook exercises so I can check them later on. Well done. Keep up the good work. Have a blessed day. Don't forget that I believe in you. You can do it. Don't give up.